20 monks who have lived in seclusion for 4 years in a retreat on the Isle of Arran have been resting at the Sayme Ling Centre in Dumfriesshire. The monastery has welcomed the men back from the retreat as they reacclimatise to the real world. The day-to-day life on the island required them to wake at 3:45 a.m. each day. The monks spent their time praying, reading and meditating. We asked Martin and Paul why they took part in the 4-year retreat.
Martin, what made you want to go into the retreat for 4 years?
Quite a long time ago I spoke to Eskdalemuir, who's the founder of Sayme Ling here, and I said to him that the thing really I was interested in was to try to understand what was in my mind, very simply. And he said that if I wanted to really do that, then I should go into retreat, because my ordinary life, he says, is just too busy. We don't have the opportunity to do that in ordinary life. So that's what he said to me. That was a long time ago, so it took a long time from that time until I finally decided, well, I should go into retreat, I should follow his advice. It was quite a lot of years before I finally decided to do it.
Did you find what you were looking for during the retreat?
Well, you find out that it's a very, very long process and that you're really a beginner. That's what you find out, really.
So what's it like coming back to society? Has it been a bit of a culture shock?
It is, yeah. It's been a gradual thing. The boundaries opened a few days ago, and then we could have some time just close to the retreat. And then after a few days we came down here, so it hasn't been a sort of sudden straight back into lots of people. It's been quite gradual, so that's made it a little bit smoother. It would be quite a shock if you just came straight out and met lots and lots of people, for sure.
What's it like being reunited with your family after so many years?
It was very nice. They came up the day after the boundary was open. We could have family and friends come into the retreat. So all my family, my mum and dad and my sister and my 2 nephews all came. It was wonderful to see them.
Did you miss them during your time?
Yeah. I mean, we had post coming in once a month. So our sort of the advice we were given was to try to keep our mail to a minimum. So I would send out a postcard to them each month, and they would write. They try and keep not write too much, but they'd write most months. So I still knew what was happening.
So what are your plans next?
Up at the retreat centre there is not connected to the electricity grid, so we've got a plan to put a small hydro generator up there to power the centre, and so I'm heading back up there after a few weeks of holiday to make a start on that.
Paul, what made you want to go into the retreat on Arran?
I guess I went in primarily with the idea that an intensive period of retreat would hopefully provide the basis from which I could lead a useful life.
What did you feel you took away from the experience?
Well, it's very difficult to capture in a few words. I mean, we're very fresh out of the retreat, so it's also hard to kind of know exactly what sort of impact it's going to have on us in the long term. But I think, it was a very, very rich life experience in terms of living with a confined group of people, practicing very intensely, and I think we all gained some better understanding of ourselves and particularly how to be in a group situation in a way that's conducive to it being constructive, really.
How do you feel since you've been back? Has it been a bit of a culture shock coming back to the real world?
It has. The world outside is faster and people communicate a lot. Getting in a car was very strange. Motion and space. I mean, we had a confined area, so it's been quite something to adjust to.